If you have ever wondered how that radiant, warm sun in the sky could power your home or business, in this video, I will be talking about the basics of how solar power generation works and how it has become a renewable source of energy and is quickly becoming an integral part of our daily lives. Solar power is the conversion of energy from sunlight into electricity. This process, which seems almost magical, is a fascinating blend of science and technology. It's a topic that's packed with interesting facts, compelling scientific principles, and innovative technology, which we aim to demystify in this video. We'll journey from the sun to your light switch, breaking down each step of the process. We'll explore how sunlight is converted into electricity, how that electricity is made usable for your home appliances, how it's distributed, and even how it can be stored for future use. So, if you're ready to illuminate your mind, stay tuned as we delve into the science and mechanisms behind solar power systems. Now imagine the sunlight as a massive, free energy source. But how can we turn it into electricity? To understand this, let's first dive into what a solar panel is. It's essentially a collection of solar cells, tiny devices that can convert sunlight into electricity. Each of these cells is like a mini power station, producing electricity whenever the sun is shining on it. These solar cells are made from layers of a semiconductive material, usually silicon. Silicon, you may know, is the second most abundant element on Earth, right after oxygen. It's found in sand and it's used in computer chips, but for our solar cells it plays an even more important role. When sunlight hits the silicon cell, it provides enough energy to knock electrons free from their atoms. This is what we call the photovoltaic effect. Photo comes from the Greek word for light, and voltaic means producing electricity. So photovoltaic quite literally means converting light into electricity. This photovoltaic effect creates an electric field across the cell. The stronger the sunlight, the more electricity is produced. But here's where it gets interesting. The electricity produced at this stage is what we call direct current, or DC. It's like a river flowing in one direction. Now this is great and all, but our homes and most of our devices use alternating current, or AC, which is electricity that changes direction or alternates. So we have a bit of a problem. We've got this fantastic free source of DC electricity, but we need AC electricity to power our homes and devices. But don't worry, we've got that covered. That's where a device called an inverter comes in, but we'll get to that in the next scene. For now, just remember this. Solar panels are made up of solar cells, which use the photovoltaic effect to convert sunlight into DC electricity. And that's how we harness the power of the sun to create electricity. So, the sunlight is now an electric current, but we are not done yet. You might be wondering, can we use this electricity right away? Not quite. Before the juice from the sun can power our devices, there's an important transformation that needs to take place. You see, the electricity produced by solar panels is direct current, or DC. It's like a river that flows in one direction. But most of our household appliances and gadgets run on alternating current, or AC, which is more like a tide that ebbs and flows. So how do we get from DC to AC? Enter the unsung hero of the solar power system, the inverter. Inverters are like translators, converting the language of DC into the language of AC. They take the constant one-way flow of DC electricity and transform it into the back-and-forth flow of AC electricity. It's a bit like turning a one-way street into a two-way street, allowing the electricity to flow in the way our appliances can understand and use. Inverters are a vital component of any solar power system. Without them, the electricity generated by the solar panels would be like a foreign language to our appliances. They wouldn't be able to understand or use it. But thanks to the inverter, this solar-produced electricity can be used to power everything from your fridge to your phone. But not all inverters are created equal. Some are more efficient than others, converting more of the solar panel's DC electricity into usable AC electricity. Others have features like maximum power point tracking, which ensures the solar panels are working at their most efficient, even when the sun's intensity changes throughout the day. So, the next time you switch on a light or charge your phone, spare a thought for the humble inverter. It's the unsung hero that makes the magic of solar power possible. Now we have electricity that is ready to be used, but where does it go? The electricity is ready, but how does it get to your appliances? A question that has probably crossed your mind. Well, let's demystify that process. Once the inverter has transformed the direct current into alternating current, it doesn't just sit idle, waiting for us to plug in our devices. No, it embarks on a journey. This journey starts at the electrical panel, often referred to as the breaker box. This is essentially the control center for the electricity in your home or business. The inverter sends the AC electricity to the electrical panel, where it's distributed to the various circuits that power your lights, refrigerator, computer, and other appliances. It's like a bustling train station, directing the flow of electricity to where it's needed most. Now here's where it gets even more interesting. You see, solar power systems are typically connected to the grid. This means that any excess electricity generated by your solar panels doesn't go to waste. Instead, it gets fed back into the grid, contributing to the overall power supply. It's a bit like having a garden and sharing your surplus vegetables with your neighbors. This grid connection also plays a crucial role in what's known as net metering. With net metering, you can actually receive credit from your utility company for the excess power you generate. It's like running your electricity meter backwards, reducing your overall energy bill. However, it's important to note that not all places have net metering policies, and the specifics can vary greatly. So it's always a good idea to check with your local utility company to understand how it works in your area. So the solar power is now keeping your lights on and your fridge cold. But what about when the sun isn't shining? This brings us to our next topic, energy storage, and how your solar power system ensures you have power even when the sun has set. But that's a tale for our next scene. Solar power sounds great, but what happens when it's nighttime or a cloudy day? This is where energy storage comes into play. The beauty of solar power lies not only in harnessing the sun's energy, but also storing it efficiently for later use. Batteries, specifically designed for solar power systems, play a critical role here. They store excess solar power generated during the day, ensuring a steady supply of electricity even when the sun isn't shining. These aren't your ordinary batteries, they're deep-cycle batteries. They are designed to be discharged and recharged repeatedly without damaging their capacity. But what if you generate more energy than your batteries can store? Well, there are solutions for that too. You can feed the excess energy back into the grid. This is called net metering, and it allows you to earn credits from your utility company, effectively using the grid as a massive battery. Another option is to use a power inverter with a load control switch. This switch can divert excess power to other tasks, like heating water, when your batteries are full. This way, not a single watt of your precious solar power goes to waste. On the other hand, if you're off-grid and your batteries run out of juice, you can always rely on a backup generator. These generators run on traditional fuels and can provide power when your solar system can't. Lastly, let's not forget about the advancements in technology. We are witnessing a rise in the use of ultracapacitors and hydrogen fuel cells for solar energy storage. They promise higher efficiency and longer lifespan than traditional batteries. So, that's how a solar power system takes sunlight and turns it into the electricity that powers our daily lives. Harnessing the sun's energy isn't just possible. It's happening every day, in homes and businesses around the world. So, there you have it, the journey of sunlight to electricity. We started with the sun's rays, a seemingly simple beam of light but one that's packed full of potential energy. We've seen how solar panels harness this energy, converting it into direct current electricity. We've explored how an inverter then transforms this into alternating current, making it usable for our day-to-day needs. We've also dived into the distribution of solar power, understanding how it reaches every corner of our homes, and let's not forget the importance of energy storage, a crucial component that ensures we have power even when the sun isn't shining. If you're intrigued by the idea of renewable energy, solar power is a brilliant place to start. There's plenty of information available to help you on your journey, so don't hesitate to delve deeper. Remember, every time you switch on a light, you could be using the power of the sun. Thank you for joining us on this enlightening journey. Please like and subscribe to our channel if you want to know more about eco-friendly solutions, and we hope you harness the power.